बट अभी सिर्फ मोटा मोटा आपको समझना है कि प्रोग्रेशन का मतलब क्या है, ठीक है। किसी कोई डाउट है यहाँ तक?
यस, एक पूछना
हाँ
है क्वेश्चन।
हाँ मुकेश बोलिए।
सपोज दिस वीनस इज इन पाइसेस, तो मैरिज फिर देन विल टेक इन थर्ड राउंड?
थर्ड, roughly third round.
Third.
Okay, not exactly, because see, when I say 12 to 24, even between this period marriage take place, but nowadays 12 to 24 is not a marriageable age. Correct. So generally marriage,
No,
maximum case.
My question is, if in rounds of Jupiter, Jupiter is not connected to Venus, in that round marriage won't take place.
Yes. This is one of the rule. Okay, but there are some rules also. Okay, so it's not always. This is not a what we call strict rule. Jupiter should meet Venus always in major. It's not like this.
Okay.
There are some other rules also, but this is one of the rules.
Okay. Meets means it in trine or.
Now what is the meaning of meet? That I will explain right now. Okay.
Thank you.
हाँ वीरेंद्र जी।
विनायक जी, अभी थोड़ा 5 मिनट पहले आप बता रहे थे ना कि 2 टाइप का जुपिटर का लोग ट्रांजिट कंसीडर करते हैं, सॉरी प्रोग्रेशन। तो एक था कि जस्ट 13 को वापस जुपिटर के स्टार्टिंग पोजीशन से गिनते हैं और फिर वहां से एंटी क्लॉकवाइज चलते जाते हैं, और दूसरा आपने बताया कि जुपिटर को 13th ईयर में बाजू के घर से काउंट करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, विच इज एज पर यू प्रॉपर मेथड। तो विनायक जी, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि प्रॉपर मेथड की एक्यूरेसी ज्यादा होगी क्या कंपेयर टू दैट अदर मेथड, या मोर और लेस सेम होगा?
नहीं सेम कैसे, एक्यूरेसी इज मोर। सी व्हेन यू लर्न द सिस्टम ना, सो वी हैव टू लर्न सिस्टम इनकम्प्लीट। ओके, वो जो सिस्टम है वो इनकम्प्लीट है। Okay, and for accuracy, I'm not very much sure how much accuracy in that system, because ultimately after every 12 years you have to recount everything from the same sign, na? Then how will you differentiate the event? So they include the transit now. Correct. Same thing we are doing with dasha also, na? जब शुक्र में शनि की दशा है या शनि में शुक्र की दशा है, लोग प्रेडिक्शन सेम देते हैं। Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
समझा विनायक,
है ना? तो वो रिजल्ट है, बट ऐसा होता नहीं। if they know the system, they can able to make a difference. Jupiter Venus dasha, Venus Jupiter dasha, both will give different result. Okay, because you have to see chart from the 2 different angles in different dashas. If you know this, you don't need transit, you can only use this one. The same thing applies here. Okay, so if you use the simple progression, Jupiter makes Jupiter as a static in one sign and always rotate same chart from same angle.
तो उसमें देश काल पात्र भी ज्यादा गिनना पड़ेगा।
देश काल पात्र, then you have to include transit and everything.
Okay.
So it's better. See, now you have to understand now why we have introduced the major and minor. Okay, to narrow down the possibilities.
Okay.
So in dasha also this is happening, na? Mahadasha, antar, pratyantar. So in every level the possibility narrow down, and at the final pranadasha level you will reach to the exact event. This is what we have created the layers. Okay, but in Nadi this is more precise, because in every major progression, when you shift the planet, correct, so you will see the new combinations is creating in the chart every time, correct. And with those combination, now you apply the minor progression, you will able to predict the events. This is more easy to do.
Okay. विनायक जी, एक और छोटा क्लैरिफिकेशन। सो हम लोग समझो 13th ईयर से सेकेंड हाउस को गिनेंगे जुपिटर से एज द पोजीशन ऑफ जुपिटर, ठीक है? तो 13th ईयर का जो माइनर प्रोग्रेशन होगा वो भी उसी घर में होगा या उसके बाजू वाले में होगा?
नहीं, 13th ईयर से स्टार्ट होगा ना माइनर भी।
अच्छा अच्छा, तो मेजर और माइनर का सेम हाउस होगा इन फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ माइनर प्रोग्रेशन।
जब भी स्टार्ट होगा मेजर प्रोग्रेशन, माइनर भी वहीं से स्टार्ट होगा,
वहीं से स्टार्ट होगा। ओके,
देयर इज नो कंफ्यूजन इन इट। ओके,
हाँ हाँ,
but one more point I would like to clear here. It's not mandatory that every second major cycle should start only from 13th year. No, it can start from 8th year also. It can start from second year also. Why? Because the calculation of progression depends upon the degrees of planet. Correct. Now, how to calculate degrees and all, that I will cover in detail. Okay.
ओके, समझ गए विनायक जी, थैंक यू।
या हर्षी बोलिए।
सर, जो आपने बोला कि जुपिटर का हमारा जो प्रोग्रेशन होगा, जैसे ही 12 या 13th ईयर होगा वो हम नेक्स्ट हाउस में ले जाएंगे उसको, तो इट विल इम्पैक्ट द जुपिटर स्ट्रेंथ जो हमारे नेटल चार्ट में होगी?
नहीं, नो। Why? Strength is already decided in your birth chart. Okay, that is fixed now. Okay, this progression is only an indication of timing. That's it. Progression will not give you any strength, added strength. Are you understanding? Let's say if Jupiter progression is reaching to Mars, correct? Jupiter, Mars both have friends. So we can't say no, Jupiter is meeting Mars or Mars is gaining this strength. No, it's not like this. Okay.
And what will be the impact of like the second means, जैसे ही आपने बोला कि माइनर में अगर सेकंड ईयर हो रहा है, जुपिटर इज गोइंग टू सेकंड ईयर है, एंड द मेजर कंप्लीट होता है, तब उसका जब वो चेंज होता है तो उन दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या रहेगा?
नहीं, दोबारा एक बार रिपीट करना क्वेश्चन।
जो माइनर सेकंड ईयर होगा एंड द मेजर जब पूरा कंप्लीट होके वो जो सेकंड में जाएगा, उन दोनों में रिलेटिवली क्या डिफरेंस रहेगा?
ओके, so let me show you this chart. Okay, so let's say this is Jupiter, correct? We speak the Jupiter progression here. So the first progression of Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay, so roughly I can, I'm just giving you the hint. In first major, it means for next 12 years. Okay, 12 years, the overall course of this person, life pattern of this person, you will see the influence of Ketu, correct?
Yes.
Ketu and this Taurus sign and this Virgo sign, this, correct? This and this. This is the all 12-year pattern. Okay, so when minor progression starts, okay, so first year, second, third, fourth, like this, it will rotate. So let's say in minor progression, when it reaches to Scorpio, okay, so this Jupiter is activating this particular sign, Scorpio, Saturn and Mars. So these events will take place, correct?
Okay.
So your question is, let's say major progression is the first house and Jupiter in minor reaching to this second house.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see in major progression, this particular second house and is not playing that much of major role. Okay, role is there but not major role. Okay, so Venus related event is not very significant in this whole 12 year.
Okay.
Okay, but what happens when the second progression starts, second major progression? You will keep Jupiter here.
Yes.
Correct. So for next 12 year now yoga change. For
Okay,
next
so
12 year, event will be from Aquarius, event will be from Gemini, event will be from Libra. Event will be from this.
Can we say in the first progression when Jupiter meets Venus, the child will have a good atmosphere and luxury?
Yes. Yes.
Childhood at home.
Huh.
Good
That we can
toys
say.
to play. We can say that.
We can say that. But in second progression, now it is very significant, Venus. Okay, Venus, now Jupiter in progressing, let's say, in this house only. Okay, first minor progression is Aquarius. Correct. So it is making combination with Venus and Moon. Now you know the Karaktatva of Venus and Moon both. So we can predict accordingly. Moon is what? Moon is cheating, Moon is travel, Moon is change. Okay, so something change will happen in native family. Okay, cheating from female. Okay, these events can take place, but this event is not possible in first major progression. Okay, so like this, you can see the difference in every major progression cycle. Okay, so all your minor progression event is based on major progression only. ठीक है हर्षी, समझ में आया?
Yes sir, thank you.
ये आपको और क्लियर हो जाएगा, हम जैसे एग्जांपल से हम बात करते रहेंगे ना, फिर भी मोर क्लियर. हाँ नागार्जुन जी.
Sir, can we just compare this major progression as a dasha? It will be a very long, and minor progression as an antardasha. It will be keep on changing as like progressing. Can we compare like that?
Yes.
Okay.
You can compare it like this. Okay.
Okay.
So see, this is a mechanism. If anybody, let's say in future, if you can create new dasha, so you are bound to create like this. You have to create major and minor. Okay, because you have 9 planets. So ultimately, after 9 planets, you have to repeat again, no? If your dasha is based on house system, after every 12 house, you have to repeat again. Then how will you differentiate after 12 years what is changed now?
Yeah.
Okay, so to understand every 12 years cycle, we need to assign some center point. And that center point is major progression.
Okay.
So in Vimshotri, what is your center point? Mahadasha Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, like this.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, one more important thing which you need to do predictions. Okay, for this we will discuss in detail in our upcoming class. Okay, but from this session you have to memorize it. You don't have any options. Okay, but with practice it will automatically come into your memory. But in the beginning, just try to memorize these friendship and enemies. This is a table. Okay, so you may see some slightly changes with the friendship and enemies from what we have seen in traditional jyotish. Okay, there is a reason to it. Okay, so in every class when we discuss about yogas, na, so I will clarify why this planet is enemy with other, like this. Okay, but for now you have to memorize this table. We will discuss about this table in detail. Okay, so like for example, we have Jupiter, correct? So we know, you can see the friends of Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Mars, Saturn, Ketu. Okay, and enemies are Rahu, Venus, Mercury. Now you can quickly ask me, okay, there is a popular yoga, 𝐂𝐬𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐿, or no, this Jupiter Mercury is combination. There are a lot of yogas, and here we are seeing enemies and friends. So Jupiter is enemy with Mercury, then how that particular combination can manifest? Okay, like this, there are many other questions which can arise in your mind. Okay, so wait for some time, you will get answer to each and everything. Okay, but for now, just keep all this table in mind. Now the problem with this system is, in different book now you will see different tables. Okay, so don't get confused. You can take the printout of this table, use this one. Okay, discard rest of other tables. Okay, but still in thinkific.com I will upload some more tables, because you need to see what others are using and what people are using in different things. But for practical purpose, use this table only, which I am covering in presentation. Okay, but for reference, I am giving you everything. Okay, and I hope everybody can understand what is the use of this. Okay, so whenever we create combination, whenever you see the progressions and all, so at that time this table will helpful for you. If you know, okay, Saturn is enemy with Sun and Moon, and if this combination is happening in the chart, so some negative events we can expect, like this. Okay, you can take the snapshot of this table, and I will upload this thing in Thinkific maybe after the tomorrow only. So, but for time being, you can take the snapshot. And many a times we have shared this table in our WhatsApp group also. Now, one more important thing which we need to see. Can you see my screen? Okay, so in this friendship and enemies, we have some exceptions. Okay, Venus. If Venus is placed in 3rd house or 11th house from Jupiter, it will not give enmity. Correct? Because in table, we know Jupiter and Venus, they act as enemy. Okay. But when we see the chart, when you're doing the assessment, so remember this point always. If Venus is placed in 3 and 11 from Jupiter, it will not give enmity. Moon or Sun in the 7th from Saturn will not give trouble. Okay. 3 and 11 position of Venus from Sun and Moon does not give any bad result. Because Venus and Sun both are enemies. Okay, but if Venus is placed in 3rd house and 11th house from Sun and Moon, there is no any harm to it. Mars and Mercury in 3-11 position from each other, it will not show any enmity. Saturn and Mars, same 3-11 position, it will not show any enmity. These are some exceptions which we need to keep in our mind. Any doubt here? Yes, Kumarji.
Sir, I have a doubt regarding that table, sir. Sir, in Jupiter's row, it's written that Rahu is the enemy, whereas in Rahu's row, it's written that Jupiter is friend. Sir, I could not get it.
We'll see examples for this. Okay. See, whenever you see these planets, this column, this particular column. Okay, so you need to keep this planet as in center, correct, for the assessment. So for Jupiter, enemy is Rahu. So it means your center point is Jupiter. You are doing assessment with respect to Jupiter. Okay, then Rahu will give malefic result. Okay, but if you are seeing any Karak Tattva or any assessment with respect to Rahu, then situation will change. Okay, we have to use like this, but I will explain these things in more better manner when we use the combinations. This chapter is already in our course. Now, yes. This last slide is important. Then we discuss some charts. हाँ गगन जी बोलिए.
Yeah, Vinayak sir, if I may ask, is there any logic behind this 311 position?
हाँ, मैं अभी ये वाला slide देख के आपको समझ में आ जाएगा.
Sure, sir. Sure.
ठीक है.
Thank you. Sure.
So now this slide is very important. Okay, because the whole essence of Nadi is in this table only, in this PPT. So when we say aspect, that so generally drishti or aspect we consider like Mars having drishti of 4, 7, and 8. Correct, 4 and 8 special aspect, and 7 is associated with every planet. Okay, Jupiter having 5, 9 special aspect, Saturn 3, 10. Okay, but in Nadi astrology, when we say aspect, so this is having a special significance. So we are not using now Parashari aspect. Okay, we will not use Parashari aspect. When you include the Lagna, at that time we can also include the this Parashari aspect. Okay, but till we using only Graha Karak Tattvas, you use these aspects. Correct? So now, this says planet receive aspect from the planets placed in 1, 5, 9, 3, 7, 11 to 12. From all these houses, you will see the influence on the planet. Okay, 159 trinal, 7th house, you know why? Because it is from the 7th. 3 and 11 also. These are the supporting houses. These 3 and 11 houses planet will give strength to the planet. ठीक है गगन जी? 3 and 11 house will always support that particular how planet placed in the first house.
Got it, sir.
Okay, so 159, 3, 11. So when we see a combination of planets, whenever you heard this word in Nadi, combinations means the planet, whichever planet is placed in 159, 7th house or 3 and 11, they always make combinations with each other. Okay, combination with each other. 2 and 12 is not for the combination, but yes, 2 and 12 will support, will give the strength. Okay, when to include 2, 12, 3, 7, how to use all these things, that we will cover in example charts. Okay, but for now, make this point clear to your mind. Planet placed in 1597 is a combination planet. So in your chart, let's say wherever Jupiter is placed, okay, just see it, and the planet placed in trinal to Jupiter, 159 and 7th house. Just note down these planets. So these planet is making combination with Jupiter. Clear? So when we say Saturn, Moon are combined in your chart as per Nadi, so it means what I'm saying, From Saturn, Moon is placed in 5, 9 or 7. Wherever it is placed, we combine it like a combination. Okay, so you must have a books of Nadi astrology. So there you will see the list of combinations are mentioned. How to use those combinations. That is the same thing. Okay, so there is a one reference planet. Okay, with that planet, if any planet is placed in 1.97, 311, those all are making combinations. Okay. This is how we use the combinations. Okay, but there is more to it. We'll go step by step. Okay, so at least my agenda for today is to give you the essence of this yoga, how we're creating the yoga. Okay, then we discuss some charts. This will be more clarified. Then we go for more refinement in these yogas, step by step. So this 159 aspect is considered very strong. Okay, 3, 7, 11 aspect will give medium result. Okay, 2, 12 aspect modify the result as per the relationship under consideration. So this point, I hope you have noted, 2, 12, they are not giving any strength, correct? But they can influence the result. Okay. So this second point is important. 159 aspect is very considered, very strong. 3, 7, 11 medium effect. Second sign from any planet is a storehouse of future in the birth, and 12th house is a past life. Now, understand this. In this third point, okay, we have to devote almost 1 month. Okay, so maybe after 4 or 5 classes, we will discuss this third point in more detail. But what is this saying? This is saying, let's say if any combination, let's say Jupiter, with Jupiter you have Moon and Saturn combination in 159. Okay, so that combination means that is the result of present. Okay, what is happening present situation. Okay, second house will give you the future. Okay, what action you are going to perform. So not only second, see this is the incomplete statement. Okay, second sign from any planet is a storehouse. Second sign also triangle from the second. Okay, 2, 6, 8, 10. Any planet placed in the 2, 6, 8, 10 will give you the future possibilities of the event. Okay, 2, 6, 8, because 8 is the 7th from the second. No? Correct. So in our combination, what we are doing, 1, 5, 7, 9. Correct. Same 1, 5, 7, 9 I am applying in second house. So 1, 5, 7, 9, if we apply in second house, what does it become? 2, 6, 7, 2, 6, 8, 10. Clear? Similarly, 12th house. 12th house means what? 4, 6, 8, 12. These are the houses which give you past. What happened? Clear? So when we study the Kashyap Hora, okay, after 4 months, I think after 4 or 5 months, we're going to cover the Kashyap Hora also. So that Kashyap Hora, we call it Nadi Prashna system. So there, this principle is very good, helpful. So if anybody asks you Prashna, okay, so the combination 1579 is giving the present situation. Okay, present situation, future situation, it means whatever action he will do in the future, okay, that will become the result of present in 159. So that future you have to see from this 2, 6, 8, 10. because this is very important sutra. Okay, but a little bit confusing in the beginning. Okay, but with practice it will be clear. So, any doubt in these 3 points? Anybody in the class? TRG, Virenji, Ajay Arora, Mudita ji, Kritanjali, Chaya, Chayari, Shiman, Narayan, Vinod, Swastika, Kritika, Chakrapani ji.
I have one doubt about retrograde planet. Like this year, Saturn in the beginning was in Aquarius, then migrated to Capricorn. So in that case also we have to take when by retrogradation it already have moved to previous sign. Then that retrogradation effect हमें Sagittarius से भी लेना पड़ेगा?
नहीं, कैसे लेंगे?
Because वो already that has moved.
हाँ, वो एस्ट्रोनॉमिकली पॉसिबल नहीं है ना, ऐसा होगा नहीं.
So I thought this.
नहीं, ऐसा बहुत लोग कर रहे हैं. ऐसा अभी रिसेंटली समवन ने अपलोडेड वीडियो ऑन यूट्यूब. सो वो वहां से भी वो सेक्रेटेरिएट से लेके चला रहे हैं पीछे.
Because and if the planet is in the border of the sign, say suppose Jupiter is at 29 degree.
हाँ, तो retrogradation is cancelled.
नहीं, suppose it is direct and 29 degree, then first cycle we have to take from the second house of Jupiter or 1 year in that approximately.
No.
Few months.
You are mentioning two things. Okay, let's say if it's in border, okay, and in retrograde.
No, not retrograde. It is at the last degrees.
Then there is no confusion. If it is in the Sandhi, okay, in border degrees, and is direct motion, correct? If it is in direct motion, then you have to calculate progression from the same house, not from the second house.
Okay. Few months will be there.
Yes. Then in progression calculation, we have to reduce the degrees, so it will left
approximately 1 degree, 2.5. Go ahead. 2.5 is 1 year like that.
Yes, approximately like this. Anybody else? Any question?
Yes, sir. Manish this side.
हाँ, मनीष जी बोलिए.
सर, जो आपने ये 2, 6, 8, 10 बताया है, सपोज कोई प्लेनेट थर्ड हाउस में है, अब उससे नेक्स्ट 2-3 हाउस कोई प्लेनेट ही नहीं है, लेकिन 7th हाउस में फिर प्लेनेट है, तो हम सेकंड इसको भी मानेंगे क्या कि थर्ड के बाद जो नेक्स्ट आ रहा है
नहीं, थर्ड के बाद फोर्थ ही सेकंड होगा ना.
ओके सर. ओके.
हाँ. सी इफ अगर कभी ऐसा आपको दिखता है किसी चार्ट में कि एक ग्रह के बाद 4-5 हाउसेस में कोई ग्रह ही नहीं है, ठीक है, और जो भी ग्रह 4-5 घर के बाद उसको मिलेगा और वो एनिमी प्लैनेट है, तो उस कारक तत्व से रिलेटेड ना वो पर्सन बहुत सफर करेगा. एंड दैट सफरिंग, वो जो सफरिंग है ना, बहुत लंबे समय तक चलने वाला है. I will repeat this principle in English also. If anybody, like let's say if any planet, for example Sun, okay, Sun is placed in first house, Aries, and for next 4-5 houses there are no planets, okay, and after 4 houses there is another planet, that is let's say Saturn or Rahu. Okay, Sun is placed in Lagna and Rahu is placed in 5th house, no planets in between. Okay, then the native's father life is very suffering, or the Karak Tattva of Sun is going to suffer very badly. Okay, this is a rule. Now you have to think why this is happening. Because see, when you see the progression, correct? So in progression, let's say if that progression is meeting Sun first, okay, and after meeting Sun, it is making combination with Rahu, so suffering starts. Okay, and that person will not get relief till progression crosses Rahu and it will meet someone friendly with the Sun. Till that time, this suffering will continue. So it means with combinations, you have to use progression very smartly. Okay, then only we can do predictions.
One more thing to add to this, if like in Jawaharlal Nehru's horoscope, Lagna, Moon, Saturn, Mars, all planets are in sequential order, Mala Yoga you can say.
Yes, yes.
So in that case, the first planet of that sequence will have some effect of the last planet also. I read some Nadi book.
Yes.
If that continuous chain of planet is there, though they are not in 159 position, the last planet will have some say on the first.
Correct. That is true.
And one more thing, I am disturbing. One more thing, like this friendship, Venus and Rahu. Venus and Rahu, they will give some good thing in terms of properties or physical, but in living thing they can create. So we have to see combination in two ways.
Yes.
Every combination.
Yes. Every combination. Obviously, see, for every Karak Tattva, we have two aspects. Okay.
Like Jupiter and Mercury.
Yes.
Jupiter and Mercury good for education, but maybe bad for some others.
Some other relatives, maybe relations, or some health matters like this. Yeah. Yeah, Shriman Narayanji, fully.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So the previous example that you said on Sun and Rahu. Now, see, Sun will cross Rahu, let's say if it's in the 4,000 in a month. So should we take it as that the period of difficulty or suffering is going to be for a short period of time, or how does that work, sir?
For the previous example chart,
you said right. If let's say Sun, not the chart, the one that you were just talking about.
Okay. There's Sun and Rahu in general.
Sun and Rahu. And because the Sun travels a sign approximately in 30 days, let's say, right?
No, we are not taking the Sun progression. I'm talking about Jupiter progression.
Oh, Jupiter progression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jupiter progression.
Okay. So that means it will stay for a year, right? Even if it is Jupiter. I mean, progression, it will, that means bad effects with Rahu will be for a year, right? Till it crosses that particular cross.
So let's say I'm giving you another scenario. Okay. Jupiter and Sun both are in Lagna. Okay. Now Rahu is in 5th house. Correct. So if you pick the minor progressions, obviously for the 5-6 year, it is going suffering. Correct. But in broader angle, if you see, the major progression is also there. So 12-year Jupiter is with Sun. Okay, after 12-year, Jupiter moves to second house.
Yeah.
No planet. Okay. Third house, no planet. Fourth house, no planet. To 12, 24, 36, 48. It always finishes 48 years.
Okay.
When it reaches to Rahu, no? So what exactly it means? Whatever suffering starts in that particular period. Okay. So you have two options now. Either that suffering is going to reduce because that planet is meeting with some friendly planet. It will get reduced. If it is not making any combination with any friendly planet, obviously it will stay there, that problem.
Sure.
So it will continue till the major progression meets something significant, something good.
Okay.
So like this, we have to derive the result.
Sure.
So minor result we can do very easily.
Okay. Got it. Sure. Thank you.
Kumarji, any question? You have raised your hand.
हाँ सर, यहाँ पे जो सेकंड सेंटेंस पे लिखा है कि जो ट्राइनल एस्पेक्ट है 159 का, तो सर इट्स वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. Suppose the two planets are in trine to with respect to one another, but one is at the beginning of a sign and another is at the ending degrees of a sign. So if that trinal aspect is strong or weak?
Ending degrees, then that will also make combination. See, again, degrees we have not covered yet. Okay. So when you include the degree, so you will understand whether that is making combination exactly or not. Okay, sometimes with the difference of degree, combination is not happening. That we need to check. So your question is relevant when you include your degrees. Yes, Mridulaji, boliye.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
So you had just said about the planet which is there forward instead of the one it's with or behind it. So what I feel is that the planet is already in the city of, with whom it is already sitting. For example, if we take the example of Sun and Jupiter, so they are in a good space right now. And if there are 3-4 houses where we don't have any planets, won't it carry the same energy of the sthiti it was in, instead of looking at Rahu and being troubled all the time?
No. I'm saying troubled because Rahu is in triangle. So that combination is already created.
So instead of that, if it was in the 4th house, it would probably carry more energy of Jupiter.
Yes.
So it's, even though it's empty, it's going to carry the energy it's coming from. Though because Rahu is coming towards, it is always anxious and, it knows it's going to meet a troubled time.
Yeah, so you are correct. So in your sense, okay. So in our example, that is in the triangle. So that's why that carrying the malefic thing. Okay.
Perfect.
But if Rahu is not there, some other positive planets, the positive result will carry forward.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
So the understanding is simple. Okay, so whatever energy, whatever yoga is created and the experiencing, that same energy will carry forward. No?
Yes, sir.
Till new energy interpret or new energy interrupts in between.
Exactly, sir. Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So now, just for a practical purpose, we are discussing these small yogas. Okay, very important yogas. You can apply these things in any chart. And Rahu and Ketu, generally we say difficulty giving planets. Not always, but yes, they are difficulty giving planets. Rahu gives pains and disease. Ketu gives struggle, jhagde, quarrels, and court cases, disputes, etc. These are the one-off karak tattva. I'm not saying Rahu Ketu always give, but yes, whenever you want to predict about difficulty, trouble, or anything like this, Rahu Ketu you will see. Now, Saturn Mars or Saturn Rahu, okay, Mars Rahu will give difficulties of health. Okay, like stomach, blood. It depends upon which Rashi it is covering and what are the other factors. But yes, something health related problem it will give you. Okay.